In today's video, I want to share with you some simple steps to finding and forming pre-foreclosure deals, whether you're a wholesaler, a real estate investor, or both. Now, before I do, make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube page. We appreciate it. If you've already subscribed, thank you so very much. Don't forget to cut your notifications on so that as we drop new content on this channel, you'll be the first to get it. So what are some simple steps you can take to finding and forming pre-foreclosure deals? Now, of course, if you're going after pre-foreclosures, this is a niche area of real estate investing. Depending on what state that you're in, it's going to have a lot to do to determine how aggressive and fast you have to be and what type of team you have to have behind you. Like, for example, Georgia is considered a non-judicial state. This is the state that we're in. So that means the foreclosure process is much quicker. As a matter of fact, every first Tuesday of every month throughout the year, there's a foreclosure auction taking place at courthouses all across Metro Atlanta and throughout the state of Georgia. So you pretty much have only at best a month, maybe 4 weeks, to reach out to people who are in pre-foreclosure, make a proposition to them, convince them that you're the one to actually do business with, get the contract, go through the pre-closing process, and prevent that foreclosure to acquire that property. Sometimes you only have a week or two. We've had it where we were only days away from the auction. Now, if you're in judicial states where it has to go through the court in front of a judge, it can take much longer. States like Florida, that's where I was born and raised, so I know how that works in Florida. But whatever the case is, pre-foreclosures is a niche area that if you're targeting as a real estate investor, you have to know the best steps to take to find and form these deals. So number one, the first step that you could take to finding and forming pre-foreclosure deals is from auction sites. Okay? So there are several auction sites, and I'm going to give you just a couple because I know that they're going to cover just about any state that you're in. One auction site is Exome, and I might even be pronouncing it wrong, so hey, I'm just giving it to you the way I got it, okay? That's one auction site. You have auction.com. That's another auction site, and I'm gonna give you another one. You have Service Link. I believe that's .com as well. So that's 3 auction sites that you can use right now. You can go there, type in the city, the county, the state that you're looking to acquire pre-foreclosures in, and there's going to be a list of properties that are going to come up. And all you have to do is just filter them down to your buy box to determine what type of property you want to buy, skip trace them, and start reaching out to these homeowners who are in pre-foreclosure. So that's one step you can take. What's another step you can take? Well, another step you can take is foreclosure trustee sites. This is like a golden one. Now, each state is going to be different, but if you go to the auction sites, let's say the 3 that I just gave you, and you type in your city, your county, state, wherever area that you want to look at pre-foreclosures, once you get that list and you start clicking on each of those properties, there's going to be a section on that auction site to show you who the foreclosure trustee is. Sometimes it could be a third-party company. A lot of times it's going to be an attorney, okay? And you can get their contact information and then look them up on Google, on the World Wide Web, to see if they have a site, because a lot of these auction sites, they're going to have foreclosure trustee contact information on each of those properties. And then those foreclosure trustee companies, they're going to have sites that they're listing the foreclosures or the pre-foreclosures, and sometimes they're listing them before they send them to the auction site. So that's the second step. Okay, so what is the third step? Now, this might be self-explanatory, but I think it's worth sharing. The third site would be social media platforms. Okay, so they have a lot of investment groups. They have a lot of social media groups that you can join. Some of them vet you, some of them don't vet you, but you can easily go to these wholesale groups on social media, these real estate investment groups. And I'm not talking about the in-person networking events, although they are good too. I'm talking about social media because we're in a social media world. We have technology now. So that means you can join any group that's based in any area that you want to buy pre-foreclosures in. And when you join the group, you just have to regularly post your buy box. Remember that, post your buy box. What are you looking to buy? What type of property? So if you're looking to buy pre-foreclosures in a certain area, that's going to be a part of your buy box. If it's pre-foreclosures in a certain area, preferably 3-bedroom, 2-bath, you want the cost of entry to be a certain amount. If it's going to be a creative acquisition that you're using subject to or seller finance, or you're buying cash, build a buy box and post that buy box on these sites on a regular basis. And I can guarantee, of course, it's going to save you a lot of the legwork you're going to have to do on the first 2 steps, but it will definitely get you some results because there are many wholesalers who are banging those first 2 steps that I gave you. Auction sites, foreclosure trustee sites, and they're doing everything else to tie up deals, get them under contract, just like pre-foreclosures, and they're looking for end buyers like you who want to buy them. So these are just 3 simple steps you can take to find and form pre-foreclosure deals. I would love to get some feedback from you, what you think about these 3 steps. Is it something that you thought about before, or maybe it's something new? Most people, when I tell them about the auction sites, they already know. When I tell them about the foreclosure trustee sites, they're like, oh, wow, I didn't think about that. And of course, most people know about social media. So give it a try. If you need any help, feel free to reach out to me and to my team. We primarily acquire pre-foreclosures, and we acquire these pre-foreclosures using creative real estate strategies like subject to. So we know all the ins and outs from entry to exit on how you can find and form these pre-foreclosure deals. I'll see you in the next video.